What's up, everyone? Welcome to Pat's Chat. We haven't done one of these in about a month. Michael, how are we doing?
I've just been Pat's chatting to myself. I've just been like Pat's chatting to the wall, Pat's chatting to my kids, and no one quite matches the level of Pat's chat like Doug Kyed. So this is a good thing to be back.
Yeah, you should have tried recording them, tried to do like a Hurley is back title, but then, with Penny or with Ruby. Ruby probably would
True.
have been the next best Pat's chatter, but um, yeah, no, it's good to be back. I quite honestly have not thought a whole lot about the Patriots over the last month, but it's time to start thinking about them again
Let me
because training
interrupt
camp
you.
starts off in a week.
Well, let me interrupt you because I follow you on social media. You're an influencer. It seems
Mm.
as though you've spent most of this month shirtless on a paddleboard. So that's a good place
That's
to be.
that is fair. I've gotten very tan over the last
Mm.
month. Been paddleboarding a lot. Yeah, I paddleboarding is interesting. Not really, but sometimes you go with the wind one way, and
Mm.
then you have to go against the wind the other way.
Yeah.
But it takes you like twice as long to go against the
Yeah.
wind. So I thought I had figured that out by this point. But yesterday I accidentally went on a 2.5 hour paddleboarding ride
Yeah.
on the Cape Cod Bay, which kind of zapped all of my energy, I would say.
Feels like a not for me situation, but
It's fun. It's fun. It's a good
I'm
time.
sure it's fun going downwind.
Hell yeah.
I would get the upwind first, knocked out. But then what if
See,
you do that and then the wind shifts?
that did happen one time, and then you're just going against the wind both times. That's not fun.
That's too much exercise. Anyways, I was going to say this, Doug.
Yes.
There have been years, many years, I would say, here in New England where we would not have stopped. But this does feel like a year where we were on call, ready to go, but not too much has happened over the past 3, 4, 5 weeks.
Yeah, I would say almost nothing has happened over the last 3, 4 weeks. Unless I'm crazy. I like there's a new Forged in Foxborough coming out, but it's not out yet. No deals, no one's on pup yet.
They worked out. The players did some working out, so they got that.
Yeah. Drake May was working with some of his wide receivers, which I guess is a good sign that they're getting some work in when I'm not. So good
Yeah.
for them. Um, I noticed that Efton Chisholm wasn't included in that group.
Mm-hmm.
Javon Baker wasn't there either, but I think it was what Kendrick Bourne, Stephon Diggs,
Pop
Demario
Douglas.
Douglas, Jalen Polk, Kyle Williams,
Sure, yeah. Oh, and the other quarterback there, the astronaut.
Joshua Dobbs.
Yep.
Yeah. Do you
Why can't
think
I think of it? What is his?
astrophysicist?
Yeah, but he has a cool nickname. Pastronaut, was that it?
Oh. Do you think he's ever talked to Matt Patricia about astrophysics?
Probably not. I bet he hasn't.
I was thinking about physics today actually. We'll get into the Patriots in a second. Um on one of my many rides home from the Cape this
Hmm.
summer, I accidentally put a Celsius can on like the bed of my truck, like
Mm-hmm.
right by like the window, the back window or
Mm-hmm.
whatever. And I'm like 5 miles down the road. I'm like, God damn it. I wish I hadn't done that. I wanted that Celsius.
Hmm.
But then about an hour or so later, I pulled over and the can was just still where it had been, just still on the bed of the truck. And like, I don't know if that's physics or gravity or what it is, but it doesn't make sense to me. Like that thing should have flown off immediately.
Hmm. It's like the graphic where it's like you're in a car and you throw it up and then like something
Right.
flies, but it
Yeah.
actually
Yeah. Yeah.
stays
Yeah.
with you
Right.
because the object is
Yeah.
moving through space with the car.
Right. With the car. So it is moving, but I don't know.
Mm.
It's not inside. It's on the outside. You think
Yeah.
that wind would have caught it at one point and been like, see you later.
Yeah. That's physics chat.
I didn't drink out of it though. I was like, this has been touching some weird air. You know?
Yeah. I guess yeah, we've covered I'd say everything that didn't happen over the past month. There's McLaurin is still disgruntled. Now
Yep.
Juwan Jennings is disgruntled, so I
Yep.
think around here people will say go get him and like sure, yeah.
Garrett
Sure.
Wilson signed a contract, so
Right?
he's off the board.
He's gruntled.
He's gruntled. I think, yeah, I mean, like Terry McLaurin, definitely.
Yeah,
Juwan Jennings would probably be a top three wide receiver on the Patriots,
for
almost
sure.
definitely.
Hmm.
But like,
Wasn't he
but
their best receiver last year?
I think so. Did he have? I'm looking up.
Let's see. He led the receivers. Kittle had more yards, but he had 975 yards on 77 catches with 6 touchdowns.
Yeah.
He
So
was,
yeah, he'd be better than Bourne and Booty and Matt Collins, and he'd be like
but granted, that's 1 year. Like, the 3 previous years, not a whole lot
that. Well,
there.
that's
So
the
it's
thing. That's why I said like you kind of place him in that same category as like a Kendrick Bourne, Keyshawn. I don't know. He's
mhm.
like a 2 or a 3. You know what I mean?
I guess this is
Usually.
where player evaluation comes in. Did he take a step circumstantially, or did he change his game and improve in a lot of areas? And that's why you see the big boost in statistics. That's where you've got to grind the tape, which when you're on a paddleboard, you can't do, Doug. You just can't do it.
I think Debo Samuel got substantially worse,
Hmm.
and I think Brandon Ayuk was out for most of the
Yeah.
season.
What do you play,
So I
3
think
games?
someone had to catch passes. Like that's not to say he's not a good receiver. He's a good receiver.
Yeah.
But he's kind of limited a little bit
Hmm.
and never came close to 975 yards in his 3
Hmm.
previous seasons. So
Yeah.
I don't know how much I would give up for him, but Terry McLaurin, absolutely. Even though
Hmm.
Terry McLaurin's like 30 or 31 years old or something crazy like that,
You're
despite
gonna
the
have to
fact that he hasn't been in
pay,
the league for very
yeah,
long.
and you have to pay 30 million.
Right. Um, but he's like a legit number one,
Hmm.
whereas Juwan Jennings ideally would be like in a super ideal situation, he's a 3.
Hmm.
In most situations, he's probably like a 2. So
And neither here nor there, but while looking at the Niners receiving stats, I was reminded that Ricky Pearsall caught 31 passes for 400 yards after getting shot the summer before the season began, which was used quite a bit to look at the aforementioned Jalen Polk and Javon Baker, who did not get shot,
I did not get shot.
but neither, I mean, combined didn't come anywhere close to 400 yards last year.
It's very true. Yeah, it is kind of wild because like Pearsall, I mean, it's hard to have a disappointing season after getting shot, but
Yeah,
like,
let me stop you there. Yep.
um, but he wasn't like obviously didn't rank among the top wide receivers for a number of different reasons. Missed 6 games, which is really impressive in itself after getting shot. But yeah, he was third on the team. Brandon Ayuk only played 7 games. Wow,
Yeah.
there. Then Jacob Cowing was like 4th with 80 yards. So yeah,
Yeah.
they didn't get a ton of production out of their wide receivers, but Juwan Jennings certainly stepped up in a big way.
Mm,
And I can understand now why he would want to get paid more money than he's currently
mm.
making.
I mean, I would like to get paid more money than I'm currently making.
Who wouldn't?
He
Who in these days?
he had 88 yards against the Patriots. Remember that game?
Um,
Week 4.
God, like
He was
the
coming off 175 and 3 touchdowns against the Rams.
the 2024 season for some reason
Yeah.
feels like it was like 4 years ago. And I don't know if that's because it's the summer. I don't know if last season was just like so much has changed since last season
It was a fever
that
dream.
and like it was the only season of Gerard Mayo being head coach. So to think like that was last year,
Yeah.
that was not even a year ago.
6 months ago, Gerard Mayo was coaching.
That's like that
Maybe
feels
6 months and a week.
impossible.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's the truth.
Yeah.
So I don't remember a ton about that game, but
It was the Jordan Mason game. He had 123 yards and a touchdown.
yeah,
Who
I
could
remember
forget
being in
that?
San Francisco. I remember visiting my sister.
Uh-huh.
Um, yeah,
It was one of those games
I
when
went to
we
a
did the.
Giants game.
Oh, nice. Oh, that's loud. It was one of those games when you did the schedule layout. You're like, well, that's a loss at San Francisco. They'll be good. And they weren't good, but they still won 30 to
But they
13
still,
over the
yeah,
Patriots. So,
exactly.
all right. 2024 Pats chat wrapped up.
Yeah, but at the end of this podcast, we might have to do some Sox talk because things have dramatically shifted in the Red Sox season since we
The
last
baseball
podcasted.
boys. People love the baseball boys talk. They say they come for Pats chat, but we know why they're really here. I had an actual topic, Doug, and that is
Yeah,
I
you're gonna have to
find
lead
these
the way on this one.
I find these interesting. I don't know if you do, because ESPN every year for like 4 years now, I think, maybe 5. I just remember this being a summer thing around July 4th. They pull 70 players, coaches, and executives and ask them to rank the top 10 players at every position. And I find it interesting because it's not media votes, it's not fan
Right,
votes, it's not even just players is often not enough, but it's, GMs, assistant
it's everyone.
GMs, players, coaches, guys. The coaches is a big one because it's who you prepare for, everything
Right,
like that. So they rank the top 10, and the way that ESPN lays it out, if you don't know, they'll give you the top 10. Then they'll have honorable mentions, which
Mm-hmm.
is people who received a multitude of votes in some fashion. And then they'll have also received votes.
Mm-hmm.
So every single person that received a top 10 vote at least once is shown
Yes.
on the page. And the Patriots, for years, as you might imagine, have not been very popular on these lists.
No, it's true. Yeah.
Dating back, I don't know, 4 years ago, I think when they started. I mean, you could name players like David Andrews might have been an honorable mention.
Right.
The receivers it's been a tough go. Quarterback hasn't been there.
Maybe you get a Hunter Henry.
Hunter
Yeah.
Henry has
Right.
popped in and out. I don't think you had a running back on there.
Like maybe you get a safety one year.
Yeah. And like Christian Gonzalez last year, I want to say was a honorable mention. He wasn't even top 10.
Right.
So that tells you, how far he came. But anyways, you go through the list this year. We'll just so far they've done all but two positions. Running backs, nobody on the list. Defensive tackles, Milton Williams was not on the. Nobody voted Milton Williams a top 10 defensive tackle,
That's
which
interesting. I
is
guess I could see
definitely
that.
interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, obviously gets paid like a top 10 defensive tackle, but he's never played 50% of snaps. So I can also understand
Mm-hmm.
until you see him do it, being hesitant to vote him
Mm-hmm.
in the top 10. The hope is that he gets a vote next year, but not on
That
it
is the
right
hope.
now. Yeah.
Do you want the list just for interest sake?
Sure.
Yeah, Dexter Lawrence being number one, Chris Jones number two, Jalen Carter number three. So it's like Jeffrey Simmons number four. These are all big. Quinn Williams number five,
Yep.
Leonard Williams number six, Nnamdi Matabuike. Matabuike. I didn't
I used to
prepare.
know how to pronounce it
Yeah.
before I spent the last month on a paddleboard.
Number 7, 8 DeForest Buckner, 9 Vita Vea, 10 Cameron Hayward. So some guys in there that are like Jones and Hayward that have been around forever. Some other guys not so much. You've
You
got
reading that list really
Mhm.
does tell me like he could make that list next year. Christian
Yeah,
Barmore could potentially make that list next year.
yeah.
Yeah.
The honorable mentions: Christian Wilkins, Derek Brown, Zach Allen, Zach Sealer, Kobe Turner, and then you have also receiving votes: Kenny Clark, Aleem McNeil, Ed Oliver, Darren Payne, Kalaya Cansey, and Osa Odigizua. Odigizua. I didn't prep. I'm not ready for Sunday Night Football.
There was, I mean, it's going to be interesting to hear the announcers this year because the 2025 NFL draft class in general had a
Mhm.
lot of names that were difficult to pronounce.
We figured out. Anyways, so that was
Yeah.
what 10, and then there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 honorable mentions, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more players that received
That's
votes. So
21
that's
players.
21 players, and it's notable that the $100 million man the Patriots signed wasn't on there. So, like you said,
Yeah.
the hope is he'll be there next year. If not, maybe you've got an issue. Edge, none, as you might imagine. So safeties, Kyle Duggar was in the also received votes.
Okay.
He was in the top 10 last year, so he is dropped pretty far down. Someone voted for him, but not many.
I mean, if you're voting for Kyle Duggar, you're basing it off of 2023 and
Right.
before because he did have a really tough 2024 season with the ankle injury and just didn't play the way that everyone would expect him to. So possible he could get back on the list or Jabril Peppers could, but
Mhm.
I mean, at least he made the
got a vote.
website.
Yes,
At
he
least he
made the
got a vote.
website. So
Yeah.
this one was interesting too. Tight ends. I thought Hunter Henry would be in the top 10. He was not. He was an honorable mention.
Okay.
And he has been in the top 10. And so I don't know
I
if you
want you
want.
to read the top 10 and I'll chime in when I think that Hunter Henry is better than that
Okay,
player.
ready? Brock
If that
Bowers,
happens, no,
number 1. Number 2, George Kittle.
no,
Number 3, Sam Laporta.
no,
Number 4, Trey McBride.
no,
Number 5, Travis Kelce.
no,
A little bit washed, but whatever. Number 6, Mark Andrews.
no, no.
Nope. All
No.
right.
I think he finished strong last year, right? Well,
Well, he didn't
finish
finish strong.
but like regular season finished
He
better.
had a strong second half
I think he did because like he started off real slow.
Yeah. He was
Yeah,
ranked number 3 last year, so he dipped a little.
he had 11 touchdowns. So yeah, that's not. Yeah,
all
he'd
right.
be above.
Number 7, TJ Hawkinson.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, he's
No?
above.
Okay.
He's above Henry. Yeah.
Number 8, Isaiah Likely.
I think I'd probably take Hunter Henry over Isaiah Likely.
Mm. It
Maybe I'm
helps to be
crazy.
on It helps to be on Baltimore. You're scoring on national TV a lot. It's a little
He's
higher
someone who
profile.
I feel like started off extremely strong last year and then tailed off. Yeah, he had 477 yards and 6 touchdowns.
Yeah.
He's never had 500 yards in a season. Like
He's also the second.
exciting player, athletic, undersized, but yeah,
He's second on the depth chart,
right.
but
Yeah,
the guy ahead of him is sixth. So
right.
good duo there. Nine, Dallas Goddard.
Yeah. I think I'd have him above Henry, but just barely at this point.
42, 496, and two.
So maybe not. Well, no, he was injured, I think, for a decent amount of last year,
Mm.
but he's still a good player.
So this one I didn't agree with. 10 was David Njoku. I don't think he's better than Hunter Henry, but
They're like right on the same plane. So I would have Henry above likely. How many yards did Njoku have last year?
great question. He had, I don't know, just has his catches and touchdowns. So what are they trying to hide? ESPN. He had
505 yards. So
505 yards.
64, 505, 5 touchdowns. He's coming off an 800-yard a year Pro Bowler. Yeah, I mean, like Hunter Henry, I think is at least like you could argue he's a fringe top 10 player at his
Yeah.
position.
Yeah, he's honorable mention. And like I said, I'm not going to do the whole history of ESPN's things, but he's been there a couple times in the top
Right.
10.
Yeah.
So I just found that interesting that he wasn't in there. But then
Yeah.
you've got six honorable mentions: Dalton Kincaid, Pat Fryermuth, Muth, Hunter Henry, Evan Ingram, Cole Kmet, Jake Ferguson, and Jonnu Smith, which he would not been in there for a while, I'm going to say.
Right. It is interesting though, where I do feel like at this point playing for the Patriots actually plays against these players. Like
Yeah,
forever they were on national TV so much that like guys would get thrust on these lists when they
right.
maybe or like higher than maybe they deserved it. Whereas now, like how many people in America even watched Hunter Henry play football last year?
Two people right here
Two
did,
people
and
right
we think
here.
he was a top 10.
100% of the people that you're watching right now, but or listening
Yeah.
to, but not that many other people.
Yep. All right. So yeah, that was kind of I expected Henry to be in there. He was a little shyer than that. Interior O line, they had nobody. That was also 26 guys were on that list. There were 11 also received votes. So you didn't get Onwenu, Bradbury. Obviously, he didn't have a very good year. And then whatever that left guard obviously was not in
That
play
is
there.
interesting about Owenu. So this was guards and centers.
Yes.
So if you divide, so it was basically like he didn't crack the top 18 guards, I would guess, something like that.
Well, I guess 26 people is. I mean, we can go through. I mean, Creed Humphrey was one. I
Right.
know that. Tyler Smith of the Cowboys, Quentin Nelson, Trey Smith, Landon Dickerson, Joe Tooney, Chris Lindstrom of the Falcons. I'm not familiar with his game. I'll be
He's
frank with
good.
you.
He's
Did
good.
not watch a ton of Falcons football last year. Quinn Mainers of the Broncos. I know they had a great O line. Elgton Jenkins of the Packers. Like again,
Yeah.
didn't break down his film.
Right.
Tyler Linderbaum of the Ravens. So I don't know. I think centers probably have the
Yeah.
advantage in these votes.
Yeah. And I mean, I guess I get like Owenu didn't have a great year last year. He had to play like 15 different positions. So um,
And
that's the
again,
reason for it.
it's the same point you just made. How many people watch the Patriots? It's like if you
Right.
watch the Patriots and watch the O line, you generally just said ugh.
Yeah,
So
no one in there deserves mention. So yeah, that's one that like on the list of on the Patriots current roster, I would have guessed that like he had a chance to be one of the guys mentioned,
mhm.
but
And
wasn't.
then tackles, as you might assume, the Patriots don't have any. In that one is a rookie and one is Morgan Moses, who's fine.
Demontre Jacobs did not make the list. You're telling me.
He didn't. Isaiah, I'm not Isaiah. I almost said Isaiah Wynn. Well, he also didn't make the list. But what's the nice
Vidarian
guy?
Lowe.
Vidarian
Vidarian
Lowe
Lowe.
did not make it either. So 24 tackles. Patriots didn't have any quarterbacks. Drake May not on the list, as you might imagine. Again, similar to Quinn Williams. Yeah, similar to Quinn Williams, similar to Milton Williams. You want him to be on the list next. You want him to receive a vote next year. As like 10 this year was Baker Mayfield.
How many quarterbacks overall made it?
I'll give you that. All right, you want that?
I want that.
All right.
I'd love
So,
that.
do you want the? I mean, we could do top 10 quarterback talk. I think it's
Sure.
so overdone. Like something blew up on Twitter the other day, and it was like Burrow was above uh, Jackson, and it's like,
Right.
all right, like
Yeah.
I don't know. You're in good shape with either one. Mahomes won.
That's a
Allen,
little. That's honestly a little surprising.
He doesn't really
but
throw the ball past 15 yards
like
anymore, but
he's had like 3 or 4, maybe not that many. He's had a few disappointing seasons in a
well, I'll
row,
give you
but still,
this
yeah.
because who writes these? It's
Is it Jeremy Fowler?
Jeremy Fowler. So as he writes, Mahomes' grip on the top spot is loosening slightly. After dominating the voting with back-to-back number one rankings in convincing fashion, Mahomes garnered around 60% of the first place votes this year, which is still impressive, but well short of last year when he received all but one.
Wow,
So he went from 99% of the votes to 60%. So,
that seems
uh,
fair then.
yeah. So he's one. Josh Allen, two.
Okay,
Joe Burrow, three. Lamar Jackson, four. Jaden Daniels, five.
that's high,
Hello. That's a lot
right?
of pressure.
That's a little too high.
Yeah, but let's keep going. And you tell me, like Matthew Stafford, six. I,
That seems high too. So maybe
yeah.
maybe everyone's just high.
Justin Herbert, seven. That seems high.
That seems. I
Jared
would.
Goff, eight.
That
I
seems
probably,
high.
no, I might like him more than Herbert and
Wow.
Stafford.
I
What happened to
don't.
quarterback play? That's what we're going. Number nine, Jalen Hurts. Man won the Super Bowl. He's nine.
That seems low.
I mean, he's a controversial
He is, but like,
evaluation.
and I probably I would probably say I'm higher on Hurts than like a lot of the NFL analysts who I really respect. Like the the quarterback Twitter people, I think are
Yeah,
lower on Hurts than like Eagles fans, obviously. But
right.
like, I don't know. I mean, he's a good player and he's a dual threat guy who I don't know
He's
carries that offense pretty well.
he looked. I don't have a speedometer. He looked so much slower running last year that I wonder about the physical toll of
That's
that
fair.
style.
Yeah.
But as you get older, you generally understand the game better, and he'll become probably a more effective passer
Right.
if the legs don't hold up. But anyways, he's nine. Baker Mayfield is 10. And then you had honorable mentions just two, CJ Stroud and Jordan Love.
They were the only two that received votes.
No, they're the honorable mentions.
Oh,
So
they're
there's
the
a
only
few,
ones who
so
received multiple votes.
so
Okay.
all of these people received at least one top 10 vote. Kyler Murray,
Okay.
he had some spurts last year.
Yep.
Brock Purdy,
Yeah. I
okay,
mean, I wouldn't have been shocked if Purdy was like in the top 10.
I guess. This is a big year for Purdy.
Yeah.
Some other ESPN thing ranked every team's offseason, and it gave the Patriots a C plus and gave the Niners an A, and they said biggest move re-signing Brock Purdy. And I'm like, okay, we'll see. Dak Prescott received at least one top 10
There's
vote.
another one who like I think could have been in top 10. Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers received. Maybe that was like a Pittsburgh coach who knew they were going to sign him and wanted to boost his confidence.
Maybe it was Aaron Rodgers. You said players were
That's
pulled,
true.
right?
Tua made the list, and
Okay.
Bo Nix received a vote. So if you want to look at Drake May, I guess you could say, well, Bo Nix, but he played the whole year behind a great O line and played really effectively in a good system that fit for him. So I don't think you could really
Right.
argue Drake May had a better year than you could argue Drake May is going to be a better player, but he didn't
Yeah.
have a better year than Nix by any
Right.
means.
And Bo Nix was also like 4 years older than Drake May. So that obviously plays a factor too. And I mean, I don't know. I don't want to discount Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels had a fantastic year last year, but you said he was fifth?
Fifth.
That's high.
Better
That's
not
really
suck this year, dude.
that's really high.
No
Yeah.
pressure.
Yeah.
Anyways, so I mean, again, if Drake May is what we think he is, he's going to receive a vote next year.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't think you're too worried about that one, the Patriots' lack of that. Then you go to off ball linebackers. The Patriots did have someone and they also received votes. Who do you think it was?
Was it Robert Spillane?
It was Robert Spillane. I would have thought, like, I guess Harold Leonard's an edge, right?
Yeah.
I get confused when it comes to edge and outside linebackers because it's all meaningless these days.
A little bit. Yeah.
A little bit. So Spillane was an also received votes,
I'm
but
surprised by that.
but but I mean he led the league in tackles last year, so someone
That's
had to
fair.
vote for him.
Yeah.
But there were the top 10. Then there was 11 honorable
Oh
mentions.
my goodness.
So he was at best 22.
See, that's wild because I mean, I guess most teams primarily play with two off-ball linebackers, but like when a defense is in dime, you have one off-ball linebacker on the field. So like you're you're basically saying that like he's a starter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you care who's in top there?
Not especially, no.
Fred Warner's the best.
I think that's fair.
I'm just quickly.
Actually, yeah, what are some
All
other
right.
names in there?
Number 2, Roquan
Uh,
Smith.
okay.
It's a good one. Number 3, Zach Bond.
Okay.
Number 4, Nick Bolton.
Okay.
Number 5, Frank Aluvu, who got my vote for jumping off sides on the tush push like 6 times. Tremaine Edmonds is 6.
So this is kind of a bleak list anyway.
Levante David at 7. Demarion Overshawn at 8. Dre Greenlaw at 9. Quincy Williams at 10.
Yeah.
And then you have a ton of honorable mentions.
Yeah. Levante David, amazing that he's still playing and playing at a high level. Did Bobby Wagner make that list?
Control F. Yeah, he's an honorable mention.
That's wild. Like those guys are 35 years old and still making the list. They were drafted in 2012. Andrew Luck was drafted in 2012. Robert Griffin III was drafted in 2012.
It's crazy. There was a ton of also received votes too, so it's not like an exclusive club. There was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 players that also received. So you have 31 players that received at least a vote. So, but Spillane's on. So the Patriots are on the website again, which is good.
It's big.
So what's left is receivers. Diggs was on the list last year.
Okay.
I don't know if half a season he'll probably get and also receive votes. I would think.
Me, I would honestly be kind of surprised. Do
Yeah.
you? I don't know. Someone thinks that Stephon Diggs is a top 10 wide receiver. I would be hard pressed to say that.
Let me just give you. How about this? I'll go receiving yards last year, and you tell me if Diggs is going to get a vote over anyone. Ready?
Okay. Yep.
Jamar Chase.
No.
Justin Jefferson.
No.
Brian Thomas Jr.
Who?
Brian Thomas Jr. Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yeah, I know.
His father's name Brian Thomas.
I could see it.
Okay. Drake London.
I could see it.
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
No.
Jerry Jeudy.
I could see it.
Malik Neighbors.
I could see it.
CeeDee Lamb.
No.
Lad McConkey.
I could see it.
Jackson Smith and Jigba.
I could see it.
Garrett Wilson.
I could see it.
Terry McLaurin.
No.
And I'll stop soon. Cortland Sutton.
I could see it.
AJ Brown.
No.
Devontae Adams.
No.
Zay Flowers.
I could see it.
And lastly, Jacoby Myers. Those are the top
I could see
20. So, yeah, I think he'll receive a vote or two.
He could. Yeah. I mean, like, I think
it requires like a leap of faith. You're saying, like, I think he still is X, but he played half a season.
Right. I think that there's like a pretty solid list of wide receivers that like pretty much everyone agrees would be in the top 10.
There's guys that didn't have huge out, like Tyreek Hill wasn't there. He had 959.
True.
The T. Higgins wasn't there. Marvin Harrison Jr. could be on. Like these are Jordan Addison could be there. There's a lot of guys. Devontae Smith won a Super Bowl. There's
Puka Nacua wasn't on that list, right?
Yeah, I was just going straight yardage, so I stopped at 20. But yeah,
I mean, I would have like Nacua, Nico Collins, AJ Brown, Amon-Ra, Jefferson.
I think the point we can settle on.
Yeah, he could
be, but you're still looking at a guy considered 18th to 24th,
right?
Best at his position.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
5 years ago, he'd probably be top 3.
Top 10, yeah.
So all that's left is receivers and then cornerbacks. I believe Christian Gonzalez will be top 4.
That's tough. I would say definitely top 10. I mean, top 5.
Yeah.
Top 4. I'm trying to look at a list right now.
I got one.
It's great podcasting.
Sauce Gardner. I think Surtain will be number 1.
Surtain will be number 1. Stingley is up there.
McDuffie. I'll be frank. PFF.
Marlon Humphrey. People still really like Marlon Humphrey.
PFF really likes Jalen Johnson. I'm not familiar with his game that much.
He's good. But yeah, like it could be like Surtain, Stingley, Humphrey.
PFF has Christian Gonzalez 13th.
Right.
So maybe top 4 is aggressive, but he should be, I think. We'll see. We'll find out. That'll be interesting. But he'll be on the list. And then you think Carlton Davis might get a vote? Probably not.
I would say probably not, but it's not out of the realm of possibility. Especially now with people being like psyched on Gonzalez and Davis playing next to each other.
Yeah, and he's a free agent who got money, so it's kind of like he's going to show up on
Right.
some radars.
Yeah, for
But
sure.
I guess the point is, Doug, the long and short of it is you've got very few players that the league cares about talent wise.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I do notice they're not ranking special teams players because I think that Brendan Schooler would clearly
Yeah,
be in the top 10.
for
Maybe Bryce
sure.
Beringer might be in the top 10 as well.
Plus this long snapper, I think it was Reese last week. I didn't read it. I saw a tweet, but no, it's Pro Football Talk aggregated Reese's thing and said
Yeah.
this long snapper they drafted, Ashby, has, I believe the quote was special talent. So, partner, if you've ever seen a long snapper with special talent, you know you've got to tell the world about it.
And you scoffed when they used a draft pick on Julian Ashby,
That's my bad. That's honestly, I didn't know he
a
had special
man with
talent.
special talent.
I remember when they drafted Cardona, I was working and I was like, what do I put in this story? And
Fifth round pick, baby.
it had him clocked at like 47 miles an hour on the long snap. And I'm like, is that fast? Because that's like slower than a little league pitch. Now, granted, you're snapping it between your legs 13 yards.
You are putting your whole body into it, though.
Yeah, you need really long legs. You need like a different bone structure. You know, this it's
Right.
I don't believe in golf lessons generally
Hmm.
because they try to put you in a box. And I think everyone has a different physiological structure, like bones, shoulders,
Hmm.
muscles. And to be a long snapper, like you or I couldn't do it. And that's not to put limits on our lives, Doug. We could not
Right.
be we couldn't be even a collegiate long snapper. Maybe in high school we could pull it off because it's you got enough arm talent.
I feel
But
like Chris Mason was a long snapper in high
I
school.
believe that's true. But notice he's not doing it professionally because
That's true.
he's not like 6'4" with arms that hang down to his knees.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's true.
We should get him on. Friend of the
Ask
pod.
him about his long snapping
Yeah.
abilities.
Anyways, yeah, so I guess my takeaway from that was we all get the schedule and we all say, oh, they're going to win 9 games, 10 games, 8 minimum, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, okay, there's a lot of reasons to feel good. This was maybe just sort of a or a speed bump, not even a speed reality bump
Right.
to just sort of say, like, there's still a lot of roster building that is yet to come. And you're putting a ton of hope on Will Campbell being a day one starter without a major issue.
Right.
You're trusting Kyle Williams is as good as expected. You're hoping Travion Henry. Like there's a lot of hope, and those
Yeah.
guys might pull it. I'm not sitting here being like, there's no way they do it, but there's still big steps that need to be taken before you can start probably talking playoffs and things like that.
Yeah, and I think like just to put a bow on all of this, guys who could be on the list next year, Drake May certainly.
Yeah.
I think Travion Henderson
Yeah.
potentially if
Hmm.
he has a big season.
Rookies can impact the game as running backs.
Stephon Diggs could. Hunter Henry already was on the site, but didn't make the top 10. Will Campbell, probably not, but could potentially make the list. Mike Owenu, if he has a bounce back year, could be on the list. Christian Barmore and Milton Williams. I
Do you
think
know
we
who
could
was
see both of them.
number 10 on tackles, by the way? We've talked about Andrew Thomas, which I
Yeah,
said is like not a terrible outcome
right.
for Will Campbell. So
Yeah,
that is a top 10 tackle.
sure. No, absolutely. I can't see any of the edge guys. Like Keon White would have to have a massive season to crack the top 10 edge guys. Like edge guys are really good.
Yeah.
Um, At linebacker, obviously we already saw Robert Spillane on there somewhere. And then Christian Gonzalez, yes, maybe Carlton Davis if he has a monster season. And then I think Duggar and Peppers, just because they're big names still, could make the list. But I'd be surprised if like Craig Woodson did. If he was
Right.
just, he'd have to be like a defensive player of the year.
Uh-huh. I have to issue a major mea culpa. I believe we have to delete the last 6 minutes of this podcast. Do you know why? I double
Because
checked. I fact
Julian
checked
Ashby's arm length is only 32 and an eighth
because
inch.
I must have misread that aggregation tweet by PFT or they did it wrong. I'm gonna blame Florio,
Yep.
but I think it's my misreading. The rare talent was Jared Wilson, not
Oh,
Ashby.
really?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh,
So University of Georgia O-line coach Stacy Searles, 30-year veteran in the college ranks, says I've had 9 or 10 centers go and play in the NFL, and Jared is the most athletic of any of them. He has the tools to be really good. So better than David Andrews, according to his college coach.
interesting. Wow. That's big.
Now, What else would that college coach say? I'm not sure, but he's clearly a big fan. And so the rare talent. So hot seat Julian Ashby, not
Well,
special or
you
rare.
know what? Vanderbilt special teams coach Jeff LePack told ESPN about Ashby. I knew that he was special.
Oh, oh.
So,
So anyone that snaps the ball for the Patriots this year is like a one of
and
one athlete.
Ashby, a unique combination of athleticism, consistent speed, and accuracy of snaps on punts
All
and
right.
field goals.
Well, I got twisted, but
Work ethic, tackling ability, and first team approach.
wow. Reese did do a rare thing, so I wasn't dead wrong.
Yeah.
But also Ashby is special. So
Yep.
that's great news for anyone catching a snap next year.
Yeah. No, it really is. Yeah.
Oh,
Do you think there's
I skipped one position. It was interior linebackers. There was no one there. Or they haven't done it yet. I forget.
interior? You mean like
I-
stand up
in-
linebackers?
yeah.
No,
Like
Spillane was on there.
he was an off-ball linebacker.
Right. That's the same thing. Inside
Oh.
linebacker. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Sorry. I was
Yeah.
thinking, yeah. All right.
It's all right. So we have like 2 minutes left. What about them Red Sox, huh?
Yeah, 10 in a row. 10 in a
You know
row.
what? I will say it's funny though. I think it was Jeff Passan was saying like they're a legit World Series contender. The teams they've
Mm,
beat over the last 10 games have been
yep.
among the worst in the
Whoa,
MLB.
whoa.
So I'm personally slowing the roll on the Red Sox,
Mhm.
despite it being fun. I'm just saying like let's look at the level of competition.
Yeah, everyone's like, you got to buy, you got to build this team can go on a run. It's like if you add three huge pieces, then we can talk about going on a run. But they have now. Granted, Tampa Bay was the start of a really tough schedule, and they swept them.
Right.
That pre All Star break series, maybe the Rays weren't whatever they won counts.
Yeah.
But they're at Chicago, the Cubs. They're at the Phillies. They host the Dodgers. They go to Minnesota. They host Houston, and then they host Kansas City. And that brings you August 6th. If we're doing Patch Chat August 6th, we'll be sure to do some baseball boy updates because I don't think the Red Sox will be quite on as hot a streak 3 weeks, 2 weeks from now, 2.5, 3 weeks from now. But it has
Yeah.
been fun. And when Cedar Rafaela hit the walk-off on Friday, that was cool.
It's funny that like Rafaela and Abreu have both been like so good this season because they're the players that everyone like wants to trade.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, but they're good now. So like maybe don't trade them. I know it's hard to find at bats for everyone that you want to find at bats for, but like
Right.
I don't know. Abreu has been pretty damn good since he's been in the majors.
Mhm.
So maybe don't give
So
up on that guy. I don't know.
are you trading Duran?
I might. I don't know.
Mm.
I
I'm not
I
in a rush to do it.
but like
If I
yeah,
could get a starter, like a top, maybe
yeah, if you can
frontline number
right.
2 starter.
Outfield is a little bit too crowded. It helps that Rafaela can play second base, but you want to find at bats for Meyer. The one thing that was really driving me a little bit crazy was Meyer not playing against lefties.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, yeah, you want to win now, but like if you're not gonna play him 4 games in a row because you're facing lefties,
Yeah.
like maybe him being in the majors isn't the best thing right now.
Right. And like it's probably unique in this case because the Red Sox have 2 baseball players in Rob Refsnyder and Romy Gonzalez who for like I know righties hit better against lefties and
Yeah,
lefties hit like
right.
for whatever, but it's still a baseball coming out of a man's arm.
Yeah,
And they're Babe Ruth against
right.
lefties, and
Yeah,
they're not good against righties. And it's just like that. I mean, I played baseball my whole life. I still play baseball. At no point facing a lefty, I'm like, this is easy.
right. No,
But it's a unique situation there
but it's
that I
just like
think,
he's a top prospect, and you can't play him like 110 games a season. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like that's just I don't know if it can work that way. I think
Plus,
yeah.
Doug, I went to a Sea Dogs game a couple years ago, and I think Meyer struck out 3 times that night. So I said
He
that
must
night,
suck then. Yeah.
bum, useless. But no, it's been fun. I took
No,
my
it's been
kids
fun. Yeah.
took my kids the other night. Want a story? You want a story time?
Yeah.
It's nice. So 2 years ago, I had front row tickets that I won from work. Back when I had to work, had a job, and right in third base, right where the ball boy sits on that wall that juts out.
Yeah.
And I was like, Olive, it was the night before her birthday. I'm like, you might get a ball if you're nice to the ball boy. Just say hi, and he
Yeah.
might see you and give you one. Literally walk down our seats like during warmups, and the ball boy comes over and hands her a ball. Like it was like amazing. So it was a really nice guy. His name's Luis. He's been
Mhm.
doing it for a long time. super great ambassador. Like Olive at the time was like, he's my favorite Red Sox player. So like he's very good for the team, like he makes kids want to go to Fenway. You know, he's
Yeah.
a good guy.
Yeah.
So we're going the other night. I'm like, Olive, you should write him a thank you card because like
Mm,
if you've ever sat around there, all those people get yelled at us. Ball, give me a ball, give
right.
me a ball. So I'm like, give him a nice thank you. So she wrote him a nice
That's a
thank you
really good
card.
idea.
She made a handmade card, and we printed a picture of her with her ball
Wow.
and gave it to him. And we ran down, gave it to him. He was really touched. He was really nice. He's like, come back because the game was starting. So he came
Right.
back. He thanked her like personally. He said, let me know next time you're coming. You know,
Wow.
he'll probably give her a ball. But like, it was
That's really nice.
kids in baseball. We got to keep
Yeah.
the sport alive. And Luis, the Red Sox ball boy, is doing a great job with it.
That is a great story.
Mm-hmm.
It's not usually how this podcast ends. I'm taking Olivia to a Mariners game when we're out in Seattle this
Nice.
week. So hopefully that helps her love of the sport just
I
a
want
much.
to,
Get her a big dumper shirt.
yeah, that was all right. We do have a couple minutes. This is usually a 55. Did you watch
Do
the
you
home
feel
run
like it was
derby?
rigged? Do you feel like it was rigged?
You can't tell me that his home run
It was
went an inch
longer. Yeah,
farther.
it went an inch further.
No. Like you
No,
can't tell me that. Like
it,
you got to do swing off or something. You got to do a coin flip. You can't just be like, yeah,
yeah.
it was an inch. It was an inch longer.
It's funny that like
Brent Rooker.
I mean, you went into the home run derby with like Cal Raleigh being like the biggest story. Like he was the favorite. He's hit a ton of home runs, but still, it's like this is a 28-year-old catcher. You know what I mean? Like who's been in the major leagues for like 3 years. Like he's not probably like the things that would have to happen for him to be like a Hall of Fame player. It's just interesting that like that's the guy that they clung on to so much.
Yeah.
But it also did make it a little bit transparent when they were like, yeah, no, actually his home run went an inch longer, so he makes it through.
And the broadcast didn't know. They were like, "Oh,
Right.
he's fifth. Oh, he's actually fourth. Oh,
Right.
there'll be a swing off." It was like no one actually knew. So
No.
it felt like there was some maneuvering, which, there are certain things that require the highest level of integrity, and the home run derby should be at the top of that list.
I will say that like people gamble on it. So
Yeah.
also did you see the kid rob the home run?
Well, on the replay, because the home run derby decided not to show the home runs in the home run derby.
So they counted it as a home run for a Junior Caminero.
Yep.
Listen, if Raleigh had lost because they counted that as a home run,
Yeah.
I would have been pretty pissed off if I were Cal Raleigh, because in watching the replay, I don't know if that was going to be a home run.
Well,
like the kid like caught the ball then
on the
jumped.
way up,
yeah. So I'm like, I don't know if that thing was actually and like this is such a minor thing right now, but still like if that had counted and if that had pushed him over the edge to win, I would have been like, can we watch that footage again?
Yeah.
Can we make sure that was going to be a home run?
Raleigh wouldn't have had a leg to stand on because his went 1 inch farther than Brent Rooker's on some imaginary computer simulation. But I have not read the bylaws of Major League Baseball. I assume there's a rule that says like if a ball is robbed, it's a home run, and there was an umpire out there to like judge it, so it's a judgment call. And as we know, Major League umpires are perfect at judgment calls. So.
And I know that the home run derby isn't that serious of business, and like they couldn't have actually like broken down the replay, but all of the announcers were just like, yeah, that was obviously a home run. I'm sitting there being like, are we sure? Are we sure that was going to be a home run? 100%?
I was rooting for Caminero. He was hitting absolute bombs, and then I think he got tired.
Yeah.
That's why you need the big dumper.
I was cheering for Raleigh, but I would also say that his pitcher did him kind of a disservice, because he left like 18 seconds on the clock.
Mm-hmm.
And like Caminero was clearly winded.
Yeah.
So he could have used those extra seconds at the end.
That's a really tough thing to gauge if you're the pitcher.
It is.
Because you're pitching. You got to throw it in a certain spot.
Right.
You got to kind of keep pumping them in there.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And like if a guy's hot, you don't want to let up.
Yeah. And you
want to listen to the batter.
Your cadence has to be better than that, because he called timeout with like a minute. It was 2 minutes. So he called timeout with like 1:14 left.
Yeah, it was yeah.
You got to almost have an internal clock. Like I have X number of balls left. I got to throw and then count 1, 2, 3, throw. But that's a tough job. I pitched once in a home run derby in a men's league all-star game, and my teammate cranking bombs, and we had a controversy. This other kid, he was a dork on some other team. He miscounted, and he's like, he said he had 3, but he had 2 at the time. I'm like, it won't matter. Then he got hot and tied it at like 7, and then
Oh
they just called
wow.
it a tie. And I'm like, this is ridiculous. Let's go by longest distance.
It is a lot of pressure on those pitchers, especially like with Cal Raleigh, it was his dad doing it.
Hmm.
And you're probably like, if you're Cal Raleigh, being like, Dad, what the fuck? Like, these pitches are terrible.
It's tough. I would.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd be more nervous for my kid than myself, right? That's
Yeah.
sort
Oh,
of how it works.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, that was
But
good. That was good.
I'll be in Cal Dumper's neck of the woods
Yeah.
starting tomorrow, or
How long
actually
are you
starting
going
today.
for?
I'll be in Seattle until the 19th. Then we're going to LA for a few days, and then we're coming home. So I'm actually flying home on a red eye. I'm going to arrive the morning of Mike Vrabel's press conference,
Oh, when's that?
the 22nd,
Oh, so you'll be back
from
in
today.
time for the Offspring Jimmy Eat World Newfound Glory concert. That
Yes, that will
uh,
be we don't even have tickets yet, but if we do, it'd be one of a very select few.
if we
Uh,
can grab them.
Newfound Glory also playing at Epcot in
I
October.
know.
Yeah,
That's weird. I'd
yeah, it
love
is.
that. I would
Yeah.
dress up like Pluto and go to that show.
All right. Well, you have to go. I have to go.
Yeah, it was
This was
fun.
fun. We'll
Past
do this
chat.
again in a week.
Also, I hope I sounded okay because new microphone, new
New
setup.
mic.
Sounds good on my end.
Sounds good on my end too. Hopefully we sound the same volume because we didn't test that. Could be
We'll
a
find
major
out.
misstep.
People will let us know, thankfully, because we
It's
don't
true.
have the best QC
Yeah.
process here. But
All
it's
right.
a
Well,
communal effort.
we'll talk to you guys in a week. Goodbye.